What would you say is like most important for me if I'm the franchise owner? What are the traits I need to be successful? Am I out spending more of my time on the marketing and getting clients, or spending more time, or are you expecting me to be working at the spa day to day, overseeing the business?
So as an owner, I think your main job is going to be being the rainmaker, bring in the leads,
Hmm.
having the marketing dialed in, and that's where our system and processes come into place. We have really over the years, because we're not just a new business, we've been true and tested over the years through COVID. After COVID, we've been successful. So we have templates, for Facebook ads, Google ads that our franchisees could copy. And that's what their time is going to be best spent on.
Hmm.
Maybe going to networking events. Like day-to-day operation actually doesn't require that much work. And actually this business, once it's set up and running, it can be, I don't like saying it's a semi-absentee because it's not at the beginning, especially. But later on, it is. And the best is to make sure these clients coming through the door, but that's the memberships benefit also that we have. So,
Oh,
it
okay.
that retention.
What's the membership? How important is that in growing the business? Is do you see more and more of the membership base growing, or is it one offs?
We have a good membership growth over the years, and we have both non-members and members, but our members percentage every year over year is increasing as we
Hmm.
are operating. Vermont being a state that has high transiency is, we do take clients that are not members because we
Sure.
do get a lot of tourists here, and for snowboarding and skiing, people that don't live here all year round, maybe they live here part-time of the year. So we have, variety of clientele. But so the membership levels might depend on based on what city you are and what kind of clientele there is too.
Okay, cool. What about the kind of franchise owners that we're looking for? Are they strictly single unit operators, or are you willing to sell multiple franchises, like to a multi-unit operator?
Yep. So willing to sell multi-unit operators as long as, they are going to be committed. I was just listening to video the other day. Another franchisor was talking about how they did a study on who was more successful in a long-term franchise ownership, whether it was just the investors with high net worth that just like set it and forget it,
Hmm.
like many units, or the people that were more like owner operators. So over long term, actually, owner operators are more successful. They see more success in these units. So I think as we start to grow, maybe our idea is to make sure that we onboard the right franchisees, but if they think they can do successfully multi-units without, losing any of that attention, then that is great. And I wanted to go back to mention also for smaller square footage, like, so that would apply for people that maybe want to do services themselves. They could
Hmm.
get away with a smaller square footage at the beginning. But if you're only more investor, then I would say start with bigger square footage. We would start them with bigger.
Okay, all right. Wow, let's see. So, Yulitha, you've been doing this now for, well, at least 8 years, right?
Yeah.
Are you seeing any changes over the 8 years of trends on what the clients want now, or is there any interesting trends in the industry that you're aware of, and how you're adapting your business to it?
Well, I noticed that Uh, the labor market have changed for sure, and not just in our industry, in many industries. So I think it's now more important than ever to ensure employee satisfaction also,
Hmm.
to have that retention high. And I think that's what our system was already from beginning, focused on that. And then clients, year over year, they understand that preventative care, self-care is worth more than waiting when things go bad, when they now need more invasive interventions and medications and surgeries. So people overall, I think, are becoming more wellness oriented in their everyday life. And life work balance and mental health, meditation, relaxation. I see that growing, and I think that's why it's a great industry to be in. And now we have also a lot of older population, like boomers, and they are retiring, and they have extra time to take care of themselves and seek these services out.
Okay, Jolita, you are a visionary entrepreneur. You've proven yourself, and I'm pretty confident that you have a big vision for this company and where you want to take this. So what is that vision for the company? Where are we going with this?
So I would like to make spa ownership possible to as many people as there are dreaming about it. Our goal right now is to make ourselves known and reach those people. Because when I started the business, I started hiring other people on because I enjoyed working. I wanted to work with other people. I didn't enjoy being just alone as a solo practitioner.
Sure.
It gets pretty lonely. And when I created spa, initially I wanted the place that other people would if that I would enjoy working in it. If I was an employee, that I would enjoy being in it. So the same goes for our franchise. I want to grow a franchise that our franchisee is going to feel like they're valued, that if I was a friend, I want to treat them and coach them in a way that if I was starting, entrepreneurship or business, I would like to have systems and processes delivered the way, we will deliver, hopefully. So that's the main thing for growth. And I believe when you do provide quality, then business is going to keep growing. If you have good product, systems, processes, there's demand for services, the numbers will follow. And our goal is to expand first, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, New England area, down the East Coast, and then maybe Northwest and then Midwest, and we'll see what happens.
When are we coming to Florida? You didn't mention the Southeast.
Yes, so Southeast, yes, so a company that I am doing consulting now for, actually, they're having me as their spa consultant. They're considering to possibly transition into our brand. So we might have a location there. We'll see what happens. Might be pretty soon.
Okay. Actually, well, you know what? For maybe another episode we should do together would be to talk about the conversion business. Not a lot of founders have done that, where they've converted existing businesses into one of their franchises, but we'll save that for another show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. That sounds great. Well, I do want to circle back to what your vision is. And the thing that stood out to me is that you pointed out it was all about the people, that you were providing an ownership. You were providing an opportunity for people to own a business. And I think that's beautiful, because everybody has a different vision for their business. Sometimes it's the numbers on how big they want their business to be, or it's how many people they want to impact on the end client. But we do know that unless we are taking care of our franchisees, nothing happens. Nothing good can happen unless we put our franchisees first. And I love that you made that your highest priority. Thank you for tuning into the Emerging Franchise Brands podcast. For additional insights, guest applications, and to stay connected, visit us at efbpodcast.com. The Emerging Franchise Brands podcast is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed do not necessarily represent those of Emerging Franchise Brands, its host Frank Fiume, or Emerging Franchise Group LLC. Any discussed franchise or investment opportunity requires thorough investigation, obtaining proper disclosure documents, and expert consultation before making any investment decisions. The podcast and its host do not offer professional advice or endorsements, and they hold no responsibility for actions, representations, accuracy, or consequential damages related to the podcast content.